Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back. I'm back. I made it okay. Back from Jamaica. And it was so much fun. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. I have so much I wanted to share. And I got to be honest, I sat down in front of the camera and I'm just like, where do I start? So, guess what? I'm just winging it. Let's go.
A man comes. He travels quickly. He has purpose. He comes over water. He travels with others.
All right. So, I've been putting out in a couple posts in the community, and looks like I've kind of committed myself to a couple of videos up front. So, first, this video is going to be about visiting the filming location of Live and Let Die, and well, one of the filming locations. Sorry about that. Um, so, what I was so excited because stayed at these resorts, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, yeah, I'll actually get to see this. And it turns out, no, I was at a different location, and I was like, well, how am I supposed to get over there? Turns out there is a swap day where you can swap locations of the resort. I did so and was able to go down and film and see what I really wanted to see. It's the couples resort in Ocho Rios, Souci, and we were at a different location for our vacation, but with that swap day, was able to go there and check it out. So I'm really excited to share this with you because I like to go and see if when I was going to be there. I'm kind of in the mindset of, okay, what were the actors, or what was Bond himself when he was walking through this certain area, or doing this or that? What was Bond seeing, or what was it like around him? So that's what I'm really excited to share. Oops, I'm really excited to share about with this. So I'm going to show you a video clip, and then we're going to discuss some of the sites there.
Good evening. Name's Bond. Do you have a reservation for me?
Ah, yes, Mr. Bond, of course. Mrs. Bond has been expecting you.
Mrs. Bond?
She arrived earlier this afternoon, sir. Said she preferred something a little more private. Bungalow 12.
An incurable romantic, Mrs. Bond.
I have to see about organizing a car. I'll see you in the lobby.
Ocho Rios, Souci. This is where Bond checks in at the couple's resort. In Live and Let Die, he would have come down this walkway. This is where Roger Moore comes in. And the show is going on out there, out in the middle. This is where he walks in. Guest check-in was to the right. So he would have walked in. Show was going on out there. People were sitting in here. There's the opening door. He would have checked in here, walked outside. Show would have been going on right here. Just comes outside. And then, how's it going?
I'm good. You good?
Me, Ari, man. All right, so this would have been the gift shop when Bond comes around the corner. And this, the window used to project out. So the window, this is where he would have turned and seen the tarot sign. Right through there, that's right here. And the door used to be right here, right in the middle. But this is the view that we saw when Bond came walking out. He would have come right through here. Let's do the view that Bond saw. So he would have, so there's that landmark right there that we see in the background. And you can tell there was some redesign here because you have the steps that go up to how it is now. But you can see there were steps there before. So this wall has been built out, expanded, but those steps used to go right up. And so, but then, yep, Bond would have come through here. Built out. Let's see. Actually, through the window there. That's more of a shock because it was straight on. All right. So it was really cool because I asked for some help, and they were very kind there. They're always ready to help you. Now, I don't have that much clout. It's not like I can call up the manager of the hotel and say, "Hey, I'm coming down there. I would like a personalized tour," because me and my 94 subscribers really want to know, and yeah, I don't have that much clout. I mean, so I'm a novice. I'm really a novice at this. I'm not a world traveler. In fact, I was a little disappointed because I'm there. I'm literally right there, and probably about 50 feet away. I mean, right there, 50 feet away from a filming location, and I didn't even realize it. I thought I was at some of the location, and I missed it. I missed it. And even when I asked, "Hey, where's this?" "Oh, it's right down over there," and they would point you down over somewhere. Turns out that wasn't really it. It was somewhere else. So I kind of missed that. Oh, but I got my Blackwell rum. Got my Blackwell rum. So I was really excited about this. Brought a couple bottles of this back with me. So I'm looking forward to that. And anyway, so this kind of started mentally for me, started as a Dr. No kind of getaway, checking out the Dr. No locations, which I did, got some of that in there. But it quickly turned into a live and let die location visit. So that's what we're doing today. And so they have a suite. And I was reading online, hey, this is where Roger Moore stayed on the premises while they were filming. And so I have that. I'm going to show you some of that. Take a look. Okay, come down the stairs. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is what he would have. This is what he would have been looking at. This whole area right here. And right up from that top room up there and balcony. Very nice. So this was pretty cool. I had some help. She took me up, showed me where the room was, pointed up there. Can you believe it? While looking for his room, Roger Moore's room, Steve McQueen had stayed there too in a different suite. So there was a Steve McQueen room. But as you can see what he would have looked out on. Just gorgeous. It was gorgeous there. And it just kind of blew my mind away with how the beauty of it. It was really hot. So I will say this too. Kudos to Roger Moore and all the other actors in Live and Let Die that were wearing suits and ties. And I'm sorry, back in the 70s, those suits were thick. Those ties were heavy and big. The shirts were thick. It just, the material back then was a lot more thick. And the heat that they must have been under, because it was hot and humid. I'm used to hot weather. The humidity there in Jamaica, I mean, it will kill you. It was rough on a few of the days. And I was there during kind of the cooler season. Anyway, yeah, kudos to them, because there's scenes here, like right here. Here's a scene. Roger Moore, they're going through, looking at the gators, and which I didn't get to visit, by the way. I didn't go. My wife, she is not a big fan of James Bond, but she was willing to go to Jamaica, and because not just to say, okay, well, let's do this for your Bond thing. No, it had nothing to do with that. It's like, oh, they have beaches, and oh, guess what? It was doable, and it wasn't really that far away from us. We're on the West Coast. However, so you fly to Florida. It's like a 3.5. I think it was like 3.5 hour flight, just under 4 hours, and get into Orlando. From Orlando, Florida, to Jamaica, it's an 1.5 hour flight. So, I mean, that's so doable. I would recommend it. I would totally recommend it. Go to one of the resorts. You stay in the resorts for most of it. A lot of times they're all inclusive. So your drinks, your food, they have certain excursions. It's all paid for. So that was nice. If I do it again, I will do GoldenEye. And I'm going to cover that in probably a separate video that just covers how my trip went. But if you want more of a Bond type experience, I would definitely probably stay at GoldenEye next time. Okay, so Roger Moore's room, get to kind of see that. And then now they filmed a different room. So any of the filming locations at this location were filmed kind of like the gift shop area where he walks by and there's the tarot cards sign. And then there's the other a scene where he comes back and walks into the gift shop. So yeah, checking in at the hotel, walking by, there's the gift shop with the tarot card sign, and then later, the next morning, comes back and goes into the gift shop where the tarot cards are. And then all the dancing and that's the shows and that. And by the way, I got a little surprise on that part too, coming up at the end. So, um, so they're doing all the shows and that. All of those locations is right at this spot at this resort. The room was at a completely different resort, different country, I believe, and everything. And if you take a look at the room, I'll give you a tour of the room here, and you'll see why. Okay, so you can kind of see, yeah, it was a much bigger room, probably way easier to film in, um, than than this one. It's not a big room. It's not a bad room, but it's not a huge room. In the movie, that was a huge room, lots of space to walk around in, do what they wanted to do for filming. So yeah, that was a great thing. Now, but if you look at the decor and that, the one thing that really stood out to me about Jamaica and the resorts and things like that were the feel and the look from these old movies is still there. The white wooden shutters, on the doors and the windows, they're everywhere. Like these big white plantation like wooden shutters, that they're everywhere. And it so that old school feel of Jamaica like you see in the movies, it's still there. It And then the colors, of course, in the movies you're just like, wow, look at the vivid colors, the blues and things like that of the water. And you may think it's enhanced somehow on the film. It is not. You can see from from one of the pictures that I took, and that's it. Jamaica is so colorful. The colors, the greens, the blues, everything is just so vibrant. It is quite beautiful. So the rooms, okay. So Bond's room, you see, it's just a typical kind of a hotel room. And now this room they had left open. I couldn't get into the actual Roger Moore room. They were all closed. They were renovating. I've seen in other videos where, yeah, you get to a location, a filming location, and you'd like to go visit this part or that part, and it's closed. Or there's been some kind of, just recently on the Bond Experience where he had pointed down this hill saying, yeah, if it weren't for this fresh snow right down there, we could have gone down there. So that's what happened to me here. I couldn't get into the actual room because everything was being renovated, and so they wouldn't let me in. But they just so happened to actually leave this room open, like the door just wide open. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take 15 seconds, get a quick tour of the room, because it's exactly how Roger Moore's room would have been laid out, up just 2 flights up. So that's what the room would have looked like, just on the top floor, and then out overlooking that bay below. So that's what Roger Moore would have been looking at every morning he woke up while filming there. And then you get to see certain angles of the area there. You kind of see the same sights that Roger Moore would have seen, that Bond would have been seeing walking around that resort a little bit. And it was so exciting just to like see it in real life. It's I thought, and here's another clue as to some future video coming up. I thought to myself, hey, this is my first time actually doing a Bond trek, so to speak, like going somewhere that was Bond actual filming location. On my flight back, I was thinking about that, and guess what? I've been to another location before, except I was there for a completely different reason and never realized it until I started thinking about it. And I was like, wait a minute, I've been to this location too. I got to go through my old photos and check it out, but that's going to be a whole future thing. And it's outside Jamaica. Anyway, so this is it for the Roger Moore filming location and of Live and Let Die at San Souci, Ocho Rios in Jamaica. Okay, well, speaking of the show for the tourists, right? Bond walks in, they get the fire breathers going, the music, everyone's watching this show. They still do it. They still do it to this day. And some of the very same stuff. However, it's not the same music. It's like today's music, but they're doing the same shows. So here, I wanted to share a little bit of some of that with you. All right. So yeah, you can just imagine Bond showing up. It looks like the same resort, maybe some different music, but still shows going on. It's Bond could have just shown up there yesterday. He could have been there just last week, like I was, and would have had kind of the same experience he was having checking in back in the 70s when it was all filmed. Pretty amazing. I was kind of surprised that things hadn't changed all that much. Okay, that's it for this location, and I really appreciate those that have been sticking in there with my videos, who have subscribed. I've gotten some really nice comments and some nice support, and I do appreciate it. And so next video should probably be Dunn's River Falls. So got to visit that. That was great. And then after that, I think I'll do an overall what I felt about my trip to Jamaica. And then yeah, I think just kind of go from there. And we'll just keep tacking on the videos. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a good day, good night, and you take care. Thanks. Bye.